We're on the edge of the Sweetwater district now. The stores are starting to thin out a little, and so are the crowds. Finally being able to hear myself think is nice, but I have precious little to hide behind. I don't exactly blend into the background. Not just that, but Rule's getting a little more cautious. Every now and then I'll catch him looking over his shoulder or checking his surroundings. As we near an empty street, he suddenly stops. I know you're there, Alex. Darn. I guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought. I'm sorry, Rule. I didn't mean to stalk, but... But? Did Milo put you up to this? If he did, tell him I don't need anyone here right now. What? No. I came here of my own accord. I told you before, this has nothing to do with you. It's a very private matter. I want you to leave. I know. It's just that I've been seeing you leave the base or the mansion a bunch of times now with that look on your face, and... Well, I just couldn't help but wonder, since you're normally so candid. I notice I'm sputtering. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. That we're okay. I'm gonna leave now. Sorry. Wait. The Rottweiler sighs. It's not some deep crime-fighting secret. It really is just personal. Do you know where we are? I look around the area, and the only buildings that stand out are a small cafe on the street corner and a large care home of sorts. It's a bit of a ray of light in an otherwise pretty drab neighborhood. I suppose you're not here for a coffee date? Rule nods and gestures to the large building. I'm here to visit my mother. I never should have followed him around. I'm such an idiot. Look, I'll leave you to it. It really is none of my business. I sling my messenger bag over my shoulder. Spot. Yeah? Come with me. Are you sure? Maybe now is the right time after all. Do you have your costume on you? That's a bit of a strange question. Yeah, why? You'll see. Let's go. I'm all kinds of confused, but for now I'll just follow along and hope things make sense later. As we enter the building, I'm immediately impressed by the sense of warmth I'm getting from the place. It feels homey and well looked after. Good afternoon, Mr. Beauchamp. Mr. Beauchamp? Hello, Mrs. Jansen. I'm here to see my mother. How's she doing today? She's doing well. I think you've caught her on one of her good days. She just had lunch. She should be in the common room. Thank you. I'll go see her. Rule waves at her as we move on. This place is a lot nicer than I imagined your average care home to be. Rule chuckles as he leads me through the hallways. The city has really been putting in some work in the last decade or so. For people who can't really handle living on their own anymore, care homes like these are lifesavers. I've been funding several of them personally, including this one. People deserve to spend their final years being treated with dignity and respect, and it's not always a luxury they can afford. I want to change that. I can't help but feel a twinge of sadness imagining that one day my folks could end up in a place like this. As comfortable as it seems, I don't want to imagine my dad not being able to take care of himself anymore one day. Heck, most days I still look toward him for help. At least the people here seem to be doing well. There's people playing chess in a side room and taking strolls through the hallways. Rule seems familiar with some of them and waves as he passes. Hello, Mr. Kroopmans. Going out fishing again? An elderly rat holding a fishing rod stands at attention.
I would, but I can never seem to find my tackle box.
Why don't you ask one of the nurses?
A lovely idea.
The rat walks on with a spring in his step. There aren't any fishing spots around, though. I know. So why... Oh. For some people here, old comforts are all they have. It's right around the corner here. Rule leads me to a small common room. There's only a single resident here, an elderly Rottweiler who seems to be watching TV. Curiously, the sound is turned so low it's barely audible. Good afternoon, Mom. His demeanor changes as he puts on his bubbliest personality.
Oh, hello there. Good afternoon to you, too.
The family resemblance is uncanny, though her voice is soft and tender. Mom, I'd like you to meet my friend, Alex. Alex, this is my mother, Rosalie. Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Brevard.
Please, Mr. Brevard is my husband. Just call me Rosalie.
She holds out her hand and I take it gently. Her handshake is firm despite her age. I can tell where Raoul got his strength from.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Alex. I've heard so much about you.
That catches me off guard. I'm surprised he's mentioned me at all. You have?
Oh, yes. My dear Rutger always goes on and on about you. How's the store?
I shoot Raoul a look, not really sure what to do or say. It's, doing pretty well. I think. We've made lots of sales? He simply smiles and takes her hand. Rutger is your nephew, Mom. I'm your son, Raoul, remember?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, my memory isn't what it used to be. How are you? It's a lovely day, isn't it?
It sure is. Here, I brought you some of your favorite flowers.
Oh, sweetie, you shouldn't have. But these are lovely.
She holds the flowers very gingerly, inspecting them with admiration.
Hydrangeas, chrysanthemums, and orchids too? These are lovely.
I'll put them in your dad's vase later.
Thank you, dear.
She hands the bouquet back to Raoul.
How has school been lately?
Raoul laughs. Mom, I own a business.
Right, yes. How is the business?
We're doing well. Some big projects are showing some real results.
That's very good. It's good to dream big. And how about you, Alex?
Oh, well, it's been a real pleasure working with your son. I've been learning the ropes in the business, and I'm really starting to feel like I'm making a difference at the company.
That is good to hear. Just make sure you don't neglect the flowers.
I won't. Scout's honor. She responds with the toothiest of smiles. Now I know where the boss got his from. It's infectious, and I can't help but grin back. Alex, would you be so kind as to get us some tea? I think there's a pot ready over on that table there. Sure thing. I hop on over to the other side of the room and fetch the pot. Raoul directs me to where they keep the cups, and I get those too. It's definitely a very fancy place. It's clean, well-maintained, and the staff seems friendly, if a bit hands-off. I guess they want the residents here to maintain as much independence as possible. A few moments later, and we're all sitting at the small table near Rosalie. She's captivated by the flowers again.
These are lovely, sweetie. And make sure to put them in water later. I wouldn't want them to start wilting too soon. Flowers are beautiful, but very delicate.
The way she handles them tells me she knows a lot more about them than I ever will. I bet she and Mila would have a lot to talk about. I will, Mom. We can go to your room once we finish our tea if you want.
I'd like that.
We continue to sit for a while. When it comes to flowers, she's very talkative. Outside of that, words fail her occasionally, and I don't quite know what to say either. Thankfully, Ruel manages to keep the conversation going. She beams brightly at Ruel's updates on life, though it's almost like she doesn't realize he's even her son. The facial expressions and body language read more like Ruel's just a kind stranger. Regardless, it's clear she's very impressed and happy with what he's been up to. Then, suddenly, a statement comes out of left field.
My son's the Don Hound, you know.
I nearly spit out my tea. You told her? I know half of my social circle knows our poorly guarded secret by now, but I didn't think she'd be the kind of person he'd tell. Ruel shifts in his seat before clearing his throat.
Oh, I've always known. I even made his costume. He always looks so cute riding around on his bike with his cape fluttering in the wind. I'm sure his friends at school will love it.
Indeed. I am a champion of justice. I think I'm beginning to understand what's going on. I have no experience with situations like these, but I don't want to cause any friction. Yes, keeping the city safe from all evildoers. I have no choice but to play along, though I'm still a little confused. Ruel smiles at me, though, so I take it this is how it's supposed to be.
I'm so proud of my boy. I hope he comes by later.
Yeah, just like that, Ruel's expression sours again, though he catches himself right away.
You should bring him next time, Rutger.
He gently squeezes her hand again. I'm Ruel.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. My memory isn't what it used to be. So, how's school been lately?
I'm a business owner now, Mom. It's been doing really well. Lots of big projects that are starting to show results.
Very good. It's good to dream big. Just make sure to keep your grades up.
I will, Mom. After we finish our tea, the old lady looks towards me.
Alex, dear, do you mind helping me up?
My pleasure, ma'am. I help her out of the chair. I'm still surprised how strong she is for an old lady. Ruel grabs the flowers and holds her by the hand. Together, we head towards the hallways. She greets everyone we meet on our way back to her room with the same enthusiasm she greeted us with. Some nurses making small talk or complimenting the bouquet Ruel got her. Every small comment seems to make her beam brighter. Her room is pretty large and well kept. I was expecting it to feel clinical, like a hospital room, but it's more like a suite in a hotel. There are lots of pictures on the walls, of flowers, of Shippersburg, and of Ruel and Rosalie herself. Including, right by the front door, a drawing I immediately recognize as one of Ruel's. It smells nice in here. The staff takes great care of the place. Do you want to sit on the bed, Mom? Almost time for your afternoon nap, right?
I like that.
We lead her to a big bed that looks better than mine back home. She reclines on it and relaxes while Ruel puts the flowers in a vase that looks at least 100 years old. Do you need an extra pillow?
I'm okay, but thank you, Rutger.
Ruel is silent for a moment. You know, I just got a message from the Don Hound. He says he's on his way. Rosalie's eyes widen in surprise.
Is he? When will he be here?
He's almost here. In fact, Alex, why don't we go over to fetch him right now? Okay. We'll be right back. Okay, Mom?
Of course. You boys have fun now.
Thank heavens I've made a habit of wearing part of my costume underneath my clothes nowadays. I take the mask, jacket, and boots out of my bag and get changed. In the bathroom. Not really the kind of place I'd expect to do so. I step back out and Rule has gotten changed too. He's adjusting his mask in the mirror. I got this. It sounds like he's psyching himself up. Alright, Duskhound reporting for duty. Are you absolutely sure about this? He nods firmly. Trust me, you'll see. And once we make sure there's no nurses in the hallway, we tiptoe back to Rosalie's room. I'm used to sneaking around silently with all the training Milo's been putting me through, but I didn't imagine I have to use it for something quite like this. You do this every week? Sometimes. Mostly when she isn't feeling well. It cheers her up a little, I think. It certainly cheers me up. I'm starting to wonder how long he's been carrying this with him. Dawn has come to vanquish the night.
Oh my, there you are, Donhound.
Her eyes light up in a way that I haven't seen them do all afternoon.
Who's your friend?
It is I, Duskhound. She makes a face that would have been patronizing had it come from any other person.
I'm glad to see my son's making some new friends.
Oh, yeah, he's been great.
He's always so lonely, you know? But we're taking him to a nice doctor who's gonna teach him how to talk.
You must be really excited.
Oh, yes, he's growing up so fast. We're going out to dinner to celebrate tomorrow. Would you like to join us?
I look at Rule. Even with the mask and the mesh, I can see the far-off look in his eyes. I would love that, Rosalie.
Only if the Donhound finishes his plate tonight, though. He needs to eat his veggies if he wants to be big and strong, like Steel.
She stops, making a face.
What were we talking about?
I think it was me eating my veggies.
Thank you, Donhound. I'll take out the bell pepper for you just this once, but you're gonna have to learn to eat it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure he does.
Good, good. I'm glad to see my son is making some new friends. He's always been so sweet and gentle. Ever since his father left, it's just been us two.
We'll pull through, Mom. Not ma'am.
Did you know that he fixed my watch all by himself?
No, I didn't.
He's such a smart boy. I know he'll go on to do great things.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's time to get changed, Spot. So soon, Donhound? We just arrived on the scene. Yes, I need a minute. Okay, if you say so. I turn around and smile at Rosalie. You heard the boss, Rosalie. We'll be right back.
All right, you boys go play hero. But I want you back home in time for supper.
Okay, Mom.
And make sure you don't tear up your cape. I just patched it.
The words are slightly stern, but her expression is clear and caring. A glint of genuine pride in her eyes. Don't worry, I'll keep him safe. After changing back to our normal clothes, we stand in silence for a bit. Rule's the first to break it. It's funny. What is? All this. When I was a kid, I was nonverbal. No one really knew what was causing it, and it wasn't like I could tell them. My mom, though, she wouldn't have it. Pushed for me to get diagnosed, made sure I got the support I needed. And now I'm left trying to get through to her. Doing a poor job of it, too. Don't sell yourself short. Her expression changed completely when we went back in costume. You mean a lot to her, I can tell. She never kept that a secret. I would always pretend to be a hero that protected the city. Her hero. The Dawn Hound? Mm-hmm. It was a way for me to cope with the outside world. For a kid on the autism spectrum like me, everything was less scary as the Dawn Hound. Less overwhelming. He's mentioned that part before. I suppose it was even more difficult when he was young. She even made me a costume. So she said. I didn't know the creativity ran in the family. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money, so it was just made out of whatever we could find around the house. He snorts and holds back some laughter. I guess you could say she was my original designer. She sewed a little logo. She sewed on a little logo for me too. The getup was a little mismatched, but the stitches weren't all that great. It got torn more than a few times. But it meant the world to me. She'd always call me her little Dawn pup. I didn't agree at the time. I thought I was big enough to be called by my proper title. Sounds just like you. I suppose I haven't changed much in that regard. She said I'd earned it when I turned 12 and started going to high school. We had a big party and everything. He chases his fingers across his mask before putting it away. The Alzheimer's started about 10 years ago. Much earlier onset than you'd expect. That must have been hard for you guys. It was mild at first, but it started worsening rapidly in recent years. My cousin and I looked a lot alike. He's a good bit older than me, so I suppose I remind her of him back in the day. Is he still around? He moved abroad with his family years ago. Recently, we've started blending together in our mind. Well, unless you dress up. Yeah. I haven't heard her call me by my name in 5 years. He exhales. Last time she did, she was asking me to get her something from the bakery downstairs. Apple beignets. I misheard her and got the wrong kind, or so she said. She gave me an earful about that. I know I got her the right kind, of course. She just... He chuckles. It's a chuckle that he cuts short almost immediately, and his face falls. She'd forgotten. Ever since then, I've just been Rutger. And there's nothing I can do or invent or buy or fix to change that. Hell, she knows Milo better than me at this point. Meanwhile, I can only watch as she tells stories about me like I'm not even in the room. And sooner or later, she'll forget those too. At least she remembers the Dawn Hound. For now. I was hoping he could make her proud, but... Don't talk about him like he's a different person. That courage, that conviction, that's all you. No, Milo was right. It's the silly fantasy of a man who could change the world with a wave of his hand if he really wanted to. I mean, you changed mine. If you hadn't been at Mrs. De Bruyne's store when you were, I'd probably be dead. Hell, if I'd survived, I would have just spent the rest of my life being Me? And Willem told me about everything you're doing for the hang, not to mention all the things you did for the city. Yes, but... Look, I can't speak for her, but I think she'd be proud of that. I put you in danger, Spot. You did? That doesn't take away any of what I said. It's true, you could probably sit back and let your money do the talking. Or you could just do nothing. But you don't. Because you know what else Milo was right about? You never turn your back on a person in need. You're out here with us, putting your life on the line to protect people, every day. And I admire that. And I want to believe she does too. I'm here because I want to be. You're a friend. A friend who needs me to be here. Is this why you've been avoiding Glory Hound's business? Avoiding me? Yeah. Rule. I know, it was a mistake. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you letting me come along. Your mom's great. I tip my head to the door. Want to go out there and say goodbye?
Oh, Alex, Rutger, you just missed the Dawn Hound.
Rule's face is drooping. He laughs, but it definitely feels forced. Did we? No. What did he say? Rosalie's lips purse and her eyes narrow. She's quiet for a second.
I can't remember.
That's okay, Mom.
How was school?
Raoul opens his mouth as if to protest again, but instead he resigns himself. It was all right.
I know it must be very hard for you going to school somewhere new. But you're gonna make lots of friends, I know it.
Oh. He swallows. Then he walks up to her and squeezes her hand. I'll try, Mom. A long moment passes, the only sound coming from the distant crowds in the city outside. We have to go now, but I'll be checking in tomorrow, okay? I'll see you then.
Don't be late, you hear? We're going out for dinner tomorrow to celebrate. My son is going to see a doctor so he can learn how to talk.
I'll be there. I promise. Your mother is really sweet. I put one of the candies she gave us as we left in my pocket. Rule reads out loudly, looking towards the end of the street. He's got one hand in his pocket and adjusts his glasses with the other. With all he's fiddled with them today, they've gotten very fogged up. Yeah. He's gotten increasingly glum since we left the room. Shit, man. What do I even say? She really loved the flowers you got her. I try to motion for him to follow me so we can at least start walking, but he doesn't seem to pick up on it. She did. My cousin, her nephew, has a friend named Alex. They used to run a flower shop. Well, it used to be her flower shop. He trails off again. I've never seen him like this before. Is everything okay? He bites his lip. They're trembling. Rule. She's starting to forget me, Spot. She's starting to forget Rule Brevard. All she has left of me is her favorite flowers and the Dawn Hound. And what I did to Milo, who knows how much longer that's gonna last. I'm your boss. I shouldn't be asking these things of you. I just... He can hardly speak between heaving sobs. I just don't want her to forget me. I want her to say my name. I want her to hug me, to read me one last story before bed. Just like it was back then. Just like it should have been all these years. I draw him in and give him the tightest hug I've ever given anyone in my life. His arms wrap around me so forcefully it's almost suffocating. The rest of his body practically goes limp. I'm losing. His voice cracks and he takes a raspy breath. I'm losing her, Alex. His hands dig into my back. There's no fighting this situation. I can feel my own tears beating at the corner of my eyes. It's gonna be okay, Rule. I'm here for you. I cup the back of his head and hold him as firmly as I can. Just let it all out. And he does. Right now, this is all I can do. And maybe, for now, that's enough. Got me. Oh no.
Can you say, Mom? Ma. Come on, you can do it. Ma. Mom. Oh my gosh. It's nothing. I never thought I'd hear you say it. I'm crying because I'm happy. It's a happy cry. You're doing great. I love you.
Oh, that was a short one. Ouch. As someone whose grandmother is very much losing her memory, I definitely feel that scene felt very accurate. Like, she still remembers who I am most of the time, but she'll definitely ask how's school going and all that stuff. Like, yep. Every 5 minutes, having to go back and be like, and then I've been out of school for 10 years. But anyway, I hope you liked it. The next issue's out on Patreon, so I can start that one soon whenever it's public. I guess I'll figure something out to do in the meantime. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.